Hey everyone, I'm the Canadian Lad, and what I bring to you today is not a movie nor a TV show. Today I'm here with a trailer breakdown of a video game that is a must-play for anyone who's a dedicated Marvel fan and a gamer. And it is Marvel Rivals. They dropped this amazing cinematic trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, and what excites me the most is that they revealed Thor. My goodness, look at this design. I'm so proud to be able to work with them, having early access to the game. I can honestly tell you what I feel about this. However, I've decided instead of just pointing out what you can or cannot do inside the game, I'm gonna dissect the trailer and the gameplay and show you hidden details and Easter eggs just like I find them in the MCU. So if you've been following my channel for Marvel Easter eggs and hidden details, trust me, you're gonna enjoy this video as well. And if you've never heard about Marvel Rivals before, well, it's a PvP shooter where you can play as your favorite Marvel character and team up with the other Marvel superheroes and fight against the mighty villains that you probably already know about. This game genuinely feels like a perfect video game made for Marvel fans. Marvel Rivals is incredibly fast-paced, especially with the 6v6 battle mode. You will come across multiple famous Marvel locations, for example Asgard, where you'll be able to play as Thor or Loki or other characters. Each round will give you different objectives to fulfill, so you're not just fighting your enemies for the sake of fighting, you're actually getting somewhere. Now Marvel Rivals has officially launched a closed beta test, and I'll talk about how you can get access to the beta test towards the end of the video. And I will also be giving away 10 invite codes, so make sure to watch the video till the end. Okay, so now that you know what the game is about and how it looks, let's dive straight into the hidden details and Easter eggs I found. Number 1, the trailer begins by showing us multiple Doombots flying across Tokyo 2099 Shin Shibuya. Now the Doombots in the comics are exact physical and mental replicas of the original Victor Von Doom in his armored form. Their advanced AI program makes them believe themselves to be the real Doom, except when they're in the presence of Doom or another Doombot. They were created to replace Doom whenever he cannot be present at a situation or whenever he does not want to risk his own life. So the trailer showing us Doombots right off the bat indicates that Dr. Doom will be a massive character in the game. Number 2, throughout the map in Tokyo, we see this lab called the Alchemax. Now Alchemax in the comics is a mega corporation in a future universe precisely 2099. They do all sorts of evil stuff. And if you remember in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the spider that escaped and bit Miles Morales was genetically engineered by Alchemax. Now the story of the game takes place in 2099, so it makes perfect sense that we see billboards for this company all over the city. Number 3, when we see Penny Parker in the trailer, she's looking at this purple dimensional rift over the city. But notice inside it, we can see the 2099 Tokyo Spider Island, which is an official map location in the game. Now the Web Weaver is present on this map, and that could indicate the game's lore, dimensional rifts, and the time crystal. Now seeing this dimensional rift in the sky, Penny Parker immediately reaches out to other superheroes for help. And here we can see her trying to communicate with Magneto, Black Panther, and Iron Man. And later in the trailer, we see all 3 of them appearing in Tokyo to join in on the fight. Number 4, when the trailer reveals Thor arriving in Asgard, he knows immediately that something isn't right, and this could all be an illusion orchestrated by Loki. Now, if we take a look at the murals on the Asgard Palace throne room, notice there are 3 different murals, all depicting Loki's achievements. The one on the left shows Loki releasing Fenrir, the one on the middle shows Loki making a deal with Sartar, and the last one shows Loki comforting Jormungand. Now, as soon as the illusion wears off, we can see a different form of these murals. So I think when the game starts, the murals will look like this, depicting Loki's false boasting about his accomplishments. And as the game progresses, we will see a different form of these murals. Now, if you take a look at the design of Thor and his suit, the massive armors on his forearms, his headgear, and of course the shoulder plates, all indicate that we may be getting an all-father type of a Thor who has reached the peak of his powers. Number 5, we get a quick glimpse at Yggdrasil, the World Tree, right through a window in Asgard. Now Loki fans would of course recognize this, as Loki by the end of season 2 sacrificed himself in order to protect the multiverse by creating the Yggdrasil. Number 6, we see the Sanctum Sanctorum being invaded by demons from hell. But notice as soon as these demons make contact with the sanctum walls, a shield pops up automatically, preventing the demons from penetrating the sanctum. Now if you pay close attention to these shields, don't they look familiar? These are called Shield of the Seraphim, directly directly taken from the comics. Now, seeing this New York sanctum getting attacked by all these demons, I wonder if we'll ever get to see a New York from Universe 616 as a map location. I mean, that would be great, wouldn't it? I'm telling you lads, the visual effects, the graphics, and the sound of this game will literally make you feel as if you're living inside the Marvel Universe. Number 7, we see a badass Magik who is a mutant sorceress linked to the demonic realm of Limbo. Those are probably the demons we saw attacking the sanctum. Now, I absolutely love this slow-mo shot of Magik having a close encounter with Iron Man. And if you notice, she even tries to use her soul sword against him, but it does nothing to Iron Man's suit. Number 8, in the very next shot, we see Black Panther lunging towards Dr. Doom, which is one of Black Panther's abilities in the game called Sprint Rant. And if you watch this scene at 0.25x speed, you will notice that the energy blast coming off of Black Panther is purple, just like we've seen in the MCU. Now, although the heart-shaped herb that gives Black Panther his powers looks green in the comics, but the MCU version is purple. And it seems like the developers of Marvel Rivals have opted to go with the more recognizable version. And I totally get it, because the larger Marvel fanbase is more familiar with Black Panther from the movies than the comics. And this goes to show the developers have found a fine balance on where to draw inspiration from. They have the comics, the classic comics, and the Marvel films as source material. So whether you're a fan of the Marvel comics or a fan of the Marvel movies or both, you are gonna find this game visually stunning. Number 9, here we see Black Panther unleashing Bast, who pounces forward, dealing damage and attaching a vibranium mark to hit enemies. This ability in the game is called Bast's Descent, and players who have participated in the closed alpha test are familiar with this move already. Number 10, in this shot of the trailer, Rocket Raccoon was about to get attacked by a Doombot, but Black Panther intervenes and literally throws him away with one hand. But if I rewind back a couple of seconds and zoom in here, notice in the background we can see a billboard that says Porker Ramen with the face of Spider-Ham in the middle. This is of course a reference to Spider-Ham aka Peter Porker. And in the closed alpha test, in the map Tokyo 2099, we did come across a ramen truck run by Spider-Ham. So if all of these Easter eggs contain any value, I'd say that Spider-Ham may just be a playable character in the game when it finally launches. Number 11, when Black Panther, Penny Parker, and Rocket get surrounded by hundreds of Doombots, that's when we see Magneto joining the war and literally dismantling each and every single Doombot. Not only that, he actually uses the metal from the Doombots and conjures a weapon for himself. I mean, imagine a weapon literally made out of the body parts of Dr. Doom being wielded by Magneto himself. Now that's a weapon I'd like to use in the game. Number 12, in the same shot of Magneto, notice in the background we can see a poster that says M Ultimate Version, which seems like an advertisement for a VR headset, but if you look at what it says on the bottom, that's where lies the real Easter egg. It says Oscorp Inc., which of course is the company of Norman Osborn. And Norman Osborn aka Green Goblin doesn't need any introduction. He's literally the most famous, or I think I should say infamous, Spider-Man villain. Now having his name mentioned in the game makes me wonder if we'll ever get a Green Goblin as a playable character. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments. Number 13, we see Dr. Doom from Universe 616 manipulating the time crystal to open dimensional rifts. But if you notice in the background, we can see the Latvian Castle, which is essentially a medieval styled palace aka Dr. Doom's home. Now imagine if the developers make it a playable map in the future. That'd be pretty amazing, eh? Now it's kind of surprising that RDJ makes his comeback into the MCU as Dr. Doom, and here we are with the Marvel Rivals trailer that features Dr. Doom quite significantly. This surely means Dr. Doom is the future as the next big supervillain. Number 14, the time crystal's texture resembles a spider's web, but the biggest Easter egg is what appears inside the crystal. Notice we can see a reflection of New York, indicating Dr. Doom's plans of a dimensional invasion of the city. Now all of these hidden details point towards an interdimensional invasion orchestrated by two versions of Dr. Doom and Loki. And if that's the case, the various heroes and villains of the multiverse will have to join forces to battle. And it looks like the time crystal will play a significant role in the game. The developers and creators of the game do seem to care about each character's source material, and the best part is they listen to the community. So if you find an issue with the game and you raise your concerns to the community, the developers will surely listen to your feedback. And I think that's a massive W for a game of this caliber. Now, if you'd like to know how can you get access to the closed beta test, well, you just gotta do the following. Watch Marvel Rivals streams on Twitch for a chance to win Twitch drops and access the closed beta test. And if you don't know what a Twitch drop is, well, you basically watch X amount of hours on Twitch of someone playing the game, then Twitch gives you a reward, usually an in-game item. In this case, an invite code to the closed beta test. And as I promised, I will also be giving away 10 invite codes to 10 lucky winners. So make sure to hit thumbs up and make a comment on this video, and I will randomly choose 10 winners. The closed beta test ends on August 5th, so participate in the beta test right now. And also, wishlist the game on Steam so you know it when the full game releases. Now, my full main breakdown of Deadpool and Wolverine is coming up next, so please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn notifications on so you know exactly when I upload a video. And yes, please let me know in the comments if you lads would like me to continue breaking down game trailers at 0.25x speed. I'll see you lads in the next one.